Flex Luther, Morgan Snicker Room. So much soul about to bust out the room. All different flavors, way more than 32. From these shoes, you can't mess with these dudes. Nike Reeboks, about to sock the knees. Golden Goose is on.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Soul Brothers, hosted by yours truly, Flex Luther, and none other than Morgan Snicker Room. And today, guys, we have another special guest, Seth. Man, give us a small introduction. Tell us who you are and what you do.
Oh my gosh. Well, I can simplify this. I'm Seth and I review sneakers. So
I like it. You got to do the thing. Do the thing.
That thing. I need to bring that back, but we'll bring it back one day. But yeah, no, I'm Seth. I review sneakers on the internet and sometimes other things. I live in Atlanta. That's about it. It's a brief little overview. Nothing too crazy.
What is
you have that intro down though, Flex? That was good.
He does.
He
does. Yeah.
I mean, I just be going.
What is that motion? What is that motion you do, man? What is it?
What motion?
It means everything's okay. I'm okay. We good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't. Yeah. Okie dokie. A-okay.
Okie dokie. Yeah. It's okie dokie. We good.
I didn't know. I thought maybe it was something else, man.
Illuminati. It is Illuminati. Apparently,
you never know.
I saw some TikToks about that, and I was like, "Well, people probably think I'm Illuminati now."
That would explain the 203,000 followers.
That would explain it. Where this guy come from? Industry plant. Illuminati. It's fine.
So
it's crazy.
Obviously, we know you through TikTok, man. But tell us about what kind of what are you into as far as sneakers go? Flex is into the cheap stuff. I'm into New Balance, Saucony, Asics, that type of thing.
Yeah.
So tell us about what are your interests in sneakers?
Dude, everybody thinks that I'm this big Nike and Jordan head because that's probably 80% of the content that I do is around those pairs because I work with some guys that get all the early pairs and whatnot. So I get to see a lot of the earlies, but they're not really my cup of tea. I'm kind of more on the Morgan side where I don't know if this just comes from me growing up skateboarding, but I'm more of an underdog kind of guy or a rebel because that's skaters are always kind of go against the grain. So I've always been super into Adidas, New Balance, Asics, Saucony, that kind of sort of genre of sneakers. Honestly, if I was to rank all of them, Nike and Jordan would be towards the very rear. That's just me personally. I don't know. I don't feel like they, hot take, care enough or care as much about the consumer. They're just out there trying to get the money and it shows and it's cool. Hey, people are going to buy them at the end of the day. It's not going to be me. But yeah, so I'm more alt sneakerhead, I guess would be a good way to say it,
So basically, Seth trying to give up some of his status to me and Flex so that we can get some of those early pairs and start making content.
Man, if you lived in Atlanta, it'd be easy. But yeah, I don't know. It's a weird space to be in, but it's cool. I get to see so many cool shoes, but at the end of the day, it's hard for me sometimes to record a video and write a script because I'm I don't even care about this shoe, but I know other people care about it. So I have to take the unbiased approach, just really tell everybody about the shoe. Everybody always comments, "You love every shoe." I'm if only you knew, but I don't know. I just try and explain it to someone who either would be interested or could be interested after they see the video. So
right.
At the end of the day,
well, first let's get into what we wore today, and then we can continue to kind of.
I forgot all about what's on feet.
I know.
Man.
Let's get into what we wore today, because I think that we can get into a pretty good discussion about this. So Flex, you want to go first?
Yeah, why not?
All right, so here's what I wore.
I fall for it every time.
I wore the. I mean, Flex, you know what these are, right?
Uh, oh,
Flex, I wore the Saucony and Raised by Wolves.
beautiful
Excuse
pair,
me.
beautiful pair.
Beautiful pair. Grid Azura 2000. This was actually a gift from Raised by Wolves after they heard our episode with Jason. Cal from Raised by Wolves reached out to me, asked me what my size was, and he sent me over a pair because he heard that I didn't have a pair yet. So
Shout out to them, man. Shout out
I
to them.
appreciate you. I
those.
appreciate all the jokes because I got my pair. What'd you wear,
Nice.
Flex? Something you paid for, probably.
Ooh.
You know, I almost switched my shoe up just so I could say I didn't pay for it. But but today I wore the Mama Pizza Kobe's, and I'm gonna tell you right now, these lasted maybe about 4.5 hours, and I was like, yeah, I gotta take these bad boys out. I love Kobe, always will love Kobe, Kobe forever. But Kobe's are super uncomfortable. I have 3 different pairs in 3 different sizes, and each time still hurts. It still
Yikes.
hurts. I got a 10, a 9, and a 9.5, and all 3 of them hurt. I've tried thin socks. I've tried thick socks. I've tried footies. No,
You wearing
That's
jeans
tough.
today?
no. I had on a little Nike sweat. You know,
Okay.
yeah, just something basic. I'm not wearing jeans. Not yet.
It's
Not
not
yet. Not yet. Maybe when I get me a pair of AEs, I'll throw the jeans on. You know, go back to
Jeans
jeans.
with the
We gotta
AEs.
talk about it. Oh, we
look
can't.
so
We gotta
good.
talk about it. All
We
right.
have
What'd you
to.
wear today, Seth?
I wore these, the New Balance 1906R with up there. It's like this fully reflective 3M upper, all metallic. It's a fun daily shoe, and I love the metallic look, and I love New Balance, so we tossed them on and we ran errands. That was about it.
I like
That's a
it.
great shoe from up there. I don't have a pair yet up there. Flex, do you have a pair?
I'm trying to get me a pair of 1906Rs in general, but the pair I want is the size. The
No, bro,
size
we're begging right now. Hey, we're begging.
The size
We're
is
begging.
good. Have you seen
Yeah,
the
there's-
whole? They just did a full like GR launch of the 1906 with all the, like, it's like a metallic blue, metallic purple with like the yellow hits.
Nah, I haven't seen those.
Like the yellow is like kind of down here, and dude, they look so good. I almost bought a pair because it looked similar to this, and I was like,
Yeah.
I can't have so many of the exact same shoe, but they look good.
But
I
you
would look
can.
into those.
I was
I
saying,
know.
but you can.
I know.
Yeah, you should see
But
my
you
Gel
can.
Light 3 collection.
Man, I love Gelite 3s. I
They're
need to get
incredible.
one.
They're so
I need to get
incredible.
another pair of those. I haven't had one in years.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I killed the vibe if I said I really wasn't the biggest fan. I have a pair.
From
And
the
I
Gel
just
Light
can't-
3?
I just can't get over the JJ tongue, man. That's what
That's
it
fair.
reminds me.
Split tongue. It's a split tongue.
Reminds me of. Yes, reminds me of split tongue. Yeah.
no, dude, that was like one of the first sneakers that I ever bought. I found a pair in like clearance at Foot Locker back in, Lord knows, like 2010, something like
Yeah.
that. Dude, and I wore them into the ground. I loved that shoe.
Yeah, it's so incredibly comfortable too.
I have to say now the comfort level is crazy.
My all-time
Yeah.
grail is the salmon toes. Like, still to this day,
You don't
that is
say.
like
Don't
the
say.
shoe. That's the shoe, along with like a few others, that like really made me fall in love with like that side of sneakers. And I was just
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I feel like that's the shoe that like really put everybody on. And I still don't know what is so great about that sneaker. It's
neither
navy
do I.
and salmon.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, whether it's the gray midsole or the white midsole, which the 1.0 is much better, but
Yeah.
I like the gray because it doesn't get so dirty. I don't know what it is about that sneaker that makes it so great.
They're just stunning. Ugh.
they're incredible. So Seth, like what we were talking about earlier, man, you said that you like, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but essentially you are, how do I say this? When you review a sneaker, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are like super hype about the sneaker. Is that a fair? Yeah,
100%.
okay.
100%.
So, and you are really the first person who has openly said that, right? Like I see, or I've watched, sneaker YouTube for a very, very long time. And, I feel like you're very upfront and open about like, yeah, I'm reviewing this sneaker. I'm being objective about it. I may not personally like it, but this is what it is. And no other sneaker reviewers really do that.
Isn't that weird?
It is weird, but I feel like it's refreshing.
Yeah. I feel like it's just refreshing. Something I realized like a while ago, and I was like, do these guys like every shoe they review? Because I certainly don't. And there's been like a few reviews recently where I'm just like, I'm not going to buy them. Would you? Like, and then I'm like,
yeah,
more pairs for you if you want them, but it's not my cup of tea. It's just weird to me.
I think that's super cool because it's like, what I've been told from brands is like, and what we've been told, me and Flex, is that people love our honesty. And I feel like that is a better way of doing business than just being like, oh yeah, this is dope 100%. Like, I'm doubling up on these,
Yeah.
So that's just something I feel like separates you from other creators and other people who review sneakers.
I appreciate that. No, I think it comes from like, I used to just get so many comments like, bro likes everything. Like, cool.
Yeah.
And then you start like thinking about that and you're like, maybe I'm using the wrong words in these videos. Cause I don't.
Yeah.
Like, okay, maybe I should kind of voice like, oh, this isn't me. But I just over time, you review so many sneakers and you learn different things to tweak. But yeah, that's it.
Do you have a favorite pair that you? Okay, I got two. Do you have a favorite and do you have a least favorite pair that you've reviewed right off the top of your head?
That I currently like own, or
no, that you've had to review.
Look through.
Where you've been like, oh, this is a fire shoe, I have to get it, or like, this is ass, I can't. I'm not.
I mean, honestly, right now, I have a shoe that I'm shooting and editing a review for, trying to see if there's anything else on the page that I can really like think of. Like nothing's been like super terrible.
Yeah.
I just think these are hideous. The like nerfs. Like I know. Like people love this shoe. It's a grail to a lot of people, but I'm just like, it's not for me. Also, like I don't.
No, this is the first clip that's hitting. This is the first clip that's hitting Instagram. Just so you know.
Oh, but I mean, let's be real here. How much do we really like this shoe?
Exactly.
I mean,
do you like it because it was a limited release and like it goes for like $1,000 right now? I have a soft spot. I have a soft spot for the KD4.
Do you own a pair?
I used to.
Do you own a pair?
I used to own pairs. I mean, look, my sneaker collection looks differently today than it did. Look, when did the KD4 come out?
You know what? Even when I was seeing people with KD4s, I did not see anybody with the Nerf pair.
They were limited, super limited.
Exactly. So we've
what
done.
You mean exactly?
Exactly. So we've done what we've done for multiple years, like something because it got hyped up and it was limited. That shoe.
Any KD, I feel the same way about any KD4 that comes out, though.
I see. I remember seeing KD4s around, but the Nerf one was not one of the. I didn't remember people talking about. The one I remember was the Texas colorway, the Galaxy colorway, peanut butter
Galaxy
jelly
was huge.
Crazy.
Yeah.
The peanut butter and jelly one was crazy. That one was everywhere. And
I think that was a 6. I think that was a KD6.
Which was the 4?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. That was on Pearl.
No. There was like one that was like all navy with like the brown floral or.
That was a 7.
That one's my favorite.
You know,
Katie. I loved that shoe.
So apparently all our favorite KDs are not even 4s.
No, mine was yeah, you're probably right.
So how much do we really love this
No,
pair?
because it's nostalgia. I love it for nostalgia. I love it for nostalgia, for real.
The only KD4 I'm going for, and it's not even a KD4 now I think about it, but the Galaxy, that's the only one that I really would.
The Galaxies are cool.
They're cool. Texas colorway. That's it.
I don't know. I'm kind of like Flex. Like I didn't grow up. Well, maybe you grew up watching sports, but like sports aren't really my thing. So like when it comes to basketball shoes, especially retros, I just don't have that sentimental attachment to them, and I just see them for what the shoe is. I'm like, I don't know about this. Like,
yeah. See, I've got. So I remember playing ball. So just seeing the KD4, right?
Yeah.
I had the Easter pair, and then I had a Nike ID pair, and I remember it just brings me back to a time like playing basketball when I was in the military. Like, you know, that was just a real different time in my life. It was a fun time in my life.
Yeah.
So that's why like any KD4 that comes out, I'm hyped about. Even like the Nerf pair. Okay, yeah. I mean, Seth, you're right, man. It's aesthetically.
There we go. That's all I wanted.
Right, but it just. For nostalgia, like even the Galaxy pair, the Galaxy pair isn't a good looking pair. I like it. No, see, I see Flex, I see your face, but I like the sneaker, right? I plan on having the sneaker. But I don't, it's just, I feel like I like the KD4 for a different reason than you guys kind of dislike it. You know what I mean?
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Respect.
Which KD was a high top one? Like it was kind of like.
Oh my gosh, I hooped in that one too, man. That thing, it was like breaking my feet. Those and the KD7s, man. I felt like broke my feet.
The 7s.
I remember
They look good.
It was
They
a
look
Christmas
good.
pair that I wanted. I don't think it was the 4. I believe it might have been the 7. It might have been. It's the red pair, the green bottom, all red with little hints of green.
Yes, I think those were the 7s. Because the 6s, I believe, were like a teal, kind of like a teal. What would you say? It was
Oh yeah, I think it had like the frost, like the snow effect type deal thing on it.
Yeah, turquoise color.
Dude,
Right.
I was listening to the episode earlier, and hearing y'all say turquoise
All of
was
us?
just infuriating, man. I was like, what are y'all saying right now? Turquoise. I was like, oh my god.
That's Flex being country, man.
I love
No,
it.
it was all 3 of us.
No, yeah, it was literally all 3 of you guys being like
Exactly.
completely
You know what?
butchering it.
Look, because I know I messed it up. So I was like, but it doesn't really seem like Morgan's saying it right either, because they both saying like a torque. He'll saying like a torque. I'm like,
Turquoise. It was like turquoise. I don't know. It was weird.
I don't
Like you
think
said,
you guys
hilarious.
hear how I talk. Earlier, you said I had a list for earlier before we started recording, Flex.
You sound
did.
like Kodak Black in the booth. You know what
I mumble, okay? I mumble sometimes.
Going
I
for it.
mumble. I'm working on my enunciation. I'm working on enunciating.
You going for it. That's hilarious.
So,
Okay,
Seth,
what was the other half of the
go
question?
ahead.
You said what was the
oh, your least favorite? What was your favorite?
Your favorite, yeah.
favorite? That's a good question. Honestly, it was one of the New Balance ones, like the recent ones I did. It may have been like that one, like the pair I wore. No, of course, yeah, it shows that part. But like those, the 1906 up there, I just had so much fun with that video. And like, I don't know, any of the New Balance pairs or Adidas pairs, I just put so much more, I don't want to say time, but just like, I put a little bit more love
effort
into it.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like, let's make sure every shot is perfect. Like,
I know what you mean. I do the same thing with the 365 days of sneakers videos.
yeah.
Like, if
when it's
like
a pair you really like you want to get all the little angles.
like y'all getting everything I know about this shoe. I got a pair coming up, but I can tell you guys now because this is episode but it's like those Bape forums. I got the other colorway, and I'm just like, I don't even want to record this freaking video. Like, you know, it's part of the system. I have to.
I feel that.
So, yeah, but yeah, up there. We love that 1906R. Feel free
They're
to
going
DM.
for a pretty penny now,
Right.
which is crazy because they were sitting on the website, man, for like a while. Because I picked them
Really?
up like 8 hours after they dropped, and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
cool!" And now they're like 300, maybe more, and I'm like, "What the
That's
hell?
crazy.
What happened, man?"
That's crazy. It is a beautiful shoe, though. It's
It
a
is-
beautiful
I mean,
shoe.
It's fun. I think it's fun.
So the New Balance pairs that you get, are those pairs from like the same person? Would they give you like the newer Kobe's, Nikes, the newer Nikes?
No,
Or
I
is this-
buy all of
This is
them.
your personal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or they're like
All
gifts from like Sneaker Knockers for
Yeah.
doing a
Uh-huh.
good job. Mo will just come by and be like, "Got you these. Thank you." I'm like, "Okay." Like I can get used to this. But yeah, he's blessed me with a few.
Paid in sneakers?
I'm fine with it.
I've seen. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
That's how I
you
got
saved me money.
both of these. The Salehis. He just came by one day and he was like, "Oh yeah, I boughted these pairs for you. Here you go." And I was like, "Oh, I feel bad about this, but also because I couldn't hit on any of them." So
Yeah. All right.
I'm not gonna say no.
That's a different take.
I know.
Taking a botted pair. That's different. That's different.
You wouldn't take it if somebody came up to you with a botted pair and said, "Hey,
Guess
I got
what?
these for you."
Exclusively said on Soul Brothers podcast. I've used a bot before, so
See, I've never. It's just
I've never used a bot either.
there's nothing that I really want that bad. Where I'm just like,
Yeah.
okay,
I just wanted to see. I just wanted to see, like, was it, you know how we were seeing when it, like, the bots were, like, getting a lot of attention. People were posting, like, look, I'm up and, this is, show, like, the whole little process and got this one, didn't get that one. I'm like, I want to see what it does, how it runs and all
the
that
question
stuff.
is,
And
what pair was this for?
this
Something like
was, yeah, it wasn't nothing crazy. It was a Yeezy pair that I ended up selling all three pairs. I cannot remember which colorway it was. Then I did the Court Purple, the initial release. It was the 1.0.
Those were good.
And,
Those are fire.
and
Yeah.
there was one more. I can't remember. But after that, I was just like, it's not even worth the money because there's a lot of money put into it.
Oh,
It just
yeah.
wasn't worth it for what I was trying to do. I was just trying to get my pair. And then I had to like sell the other pairs, and I'm like, bro. And I was
I
selling
hate
for retail,
selling
so
sneakers, man.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't like getting rid of them. I don't even like trading sneakers. I don't like it at all.
I just hate the process. I'm not gonna lie, I have a closet full of sneakers that I'm actively not trying to get rid of, but going to get rid of. And now it just keeps stacking and stacking, and I'm just putting it off all the time because I'm like, I don't want to deal with it. You know, it's such a hassle for multiple pairs.
You were like, you were like a 9 and 9.5, right?
Okay.
The Littlefoot boys over here bonding over their little feet.
What size do you wear?
Wow.
11.
11.
Damn.
11. I have a
So,
few
it's not
11s.
It's not
they're all hoop
it's not the
shoes.
size of the foot, it's what shoe you wear.
What?
I guess.
What?
Wait, I think it should be more of it's not the size of the foot, it's how you walk. I guess I don't know. I'm trying to play on size of the. Never mind. All right.
I understood what you were
It's
doing.
the person. Well, I don't know.
It's the size of
Yeah,
the
it's-
fight and the dog, not the size of the
Yeah,
dog.
yeah.
The size of the fight and the dog. So, Seth, you are the first person who we've had on this podcast who I've actually met in real life. Not even
Let's
Flex.
go.
I haven't even met Flex in real life.
You ain't missing much. I'm just kidding. I haven't met him either. So fun.
And so we linked up at Allstar weekend, which I mean, by the time that we're recording this was a month and a half ago.
Flies by.
That really did fly by. So how was that experience? And you've done some other things since then, right? Had some other fun opportunities since then. But what was that weekend like? I imagine it was much different than mine, where I was on the clock.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
I mean,
it
I don't
was.
know if you could tell. You were there. You were there at the very beginning of the weekend, like chopping it up with me, and I already hated my life. Like
I
don't know
could
if you
tell. I came in
I
a
was
few
like,
other times after that, like near the end of the week, but you were like
Yeah.
slammed every time, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, he looks a little busy, a little stressing. I'm
He
just gonna
look-
let him do his thing."
I
But
appreciate
no,
that. You would
man.
you would always wave though, man, and I appreciated that. But I was like,
try.
bro, why did I sign up to come here and work, man? Like I took time off work to work. Ridiculous. But
I get
you
it.
had some fun experiences, man. Like what was your weekend like?
Dude, it was like a whole lot of. It was a mix. So it was either I was super busy or I had absolutely nothing to do. And it was kind of nice. Like a lot of the time was just spent walking around the city. Like I met all the guys that run corporate, met Matt, Tom and Michael, the founder, their whole staff. They had a pop-up and then their original store. So chilled with them for a little bit, did a lot of stuff with Adidas, which they're the guys that actually brought me out, which literally a dream come true. That's like still crazy to me because they were my favorite brand growing up because I skated. They had affordable skate shoes that were always on clearance. So I was like, all in. This is all I'm going to wear. So it was just a crazy full circle moment growing up, loving them and being invited out there. But it was crazy. I got to see all the upcoming Adidas basketball sneakers and like colorways that they're planning on releasing for the remainder of the year. We went to majority of the Allstar kind of like events and like games that they had set up. They had a JD Sports and Adidas after party where like Sway Lee performed. There was Mark Cuban was there, Bobby Antonoff, however you say her name.
Altop?
Yeah,
She was there? She's still
she
around
was
there?
there. She was there. I don't know. Trinidad was there.
She's squeezing that last little bit of fame.
Yeah.
Is that the random girl, the awkward girl?
Yeah. But there was like just so many random people at this JD Sports and Adidas party, and I was like, the only person I talked to was Trinidad because we're like both from Atlanta. He follows me, so I'm kind of just like, hey, maybe you know me. I don't know, but
Yeah.
cool.
Did he know you?
But he seemed like he knew me.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I didn't say, yo, I'm Seth. It was just like a brief interaction. But at the actual All-Star game, like we were in the same booth as Drewski. He was just like chilling with us, met the president of Adidas. That was crazy. Like it was just, I still have no idea what's going on. But I'm just chilling.
You said that a lot.
I
You said that a lot when we were talking, man. You were like, I don't even know what I'm doing here. Like,
I'm just hanging out. What was
and, like,
weird? I was
cool.
You got it.
Yeah, go ahead. So
No,
it was cool because you were like, this is gonna be a great part of the.
It's the best. It's the best.
So it was cool because you were like, I mean, you just came up and talked like, I mean, like we know each other like from social media, but like we don't really know each other. And you just came up there and talked, and were like, you didn't really care what was going on, but you were still perplexed, but not too cool for the moment. Like, it was really cool seeing you kind of in that environment, and just being like, yeah, I'm here, and you know, I'm just gonna see what happens, which was pretty cool. It didn't seem like you had very much anxiety over it or whatever.
Yeah.
When you showed me your schedule, and I was like, I started getting like panicky because I'm like, bro, I don't think I could. There's no chance, man. Like after parties, bro, I'm in bed by 10. Like,
Oh man, coming back from that trip. I think there was one night where we were up till like 5 a.m. just going hard, and I was like, I need to go to bed. I'm 30 years old. I was like, I need to go to bed. Probably
Yeah.
soon. And everybody else is just like, no, 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 no. Let's go back to the hotel. We're all going to chill. We have a bottle. We just ordered Uber Eats. We're going to chill. It's like, okay, I can hang because I'm never going to be the first person to leave. Like, I'm just, especially in that
You're
kind of
better than me,
situation,
man.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I have to milk it for everything I can, meet every single person, build any
I
relationship.
feel that.
Like,
I
I'm
feel
just
that.
I'm not gonna dip. But yeah, like I was
Yeah.
telling you, like I just didn't feel like I had much pressure because they actually only invited me up there because they loved the daily vlog that I did for the AE1 event. They were like, can you just do that for this? And I said, sure. What else do you want me to do? And they were like, literally, that's it. Just hang out. We're doing all the stuff on the docket. Record it all, put some videos together. That would be amazing. And then we'll also give you some shoes. Like, you can review them if you want.
Yeah.
If you don't, cool. So I was like, okay, I'm chilling. But like everybody else they brought out, like it was the whole Nice Kicks team. They had Ben, the guy who runs Complexes, like socials. They had the guy who runs GQ Sport, Kicks on Fire, Wear Testers, one other that I'm missing, I think. But it was just like, oh, okay, so y'all are all here to, you know, take notes, take photos, interview people, and I'm just kind of chilling. So it was kind of nice. It was just weird. It's really weird. I love it though. Super blessed.
Well, you were hanging out with Jackson from Wear Testers.
Yeah, dude, that kid's so cool. Mad love for
He's
Jackson.
super cool, man. Super cool. And here's the crazy thing, man. So I'm gonna be real, because we're a month and a half past this. I didn't watch Wear Testers. I knew who they were, but like I had never watched them before. And so I'm sitting here talking to you, and like I know you said, like, "Oh yeah, this is Jackson from Wear Testers," and I'm like, "Oh, I know that name," but like I was just like, "All right, like what's up?"
I get
it. Yeah, but then I went and looked at the content, and I was like, "Oh yeah, like he's very good at what he does and the way he delivers content."
For sure.
And they have a ton of followers, but he's in a space of like reviewing basketball shoes, and that's not really something that I'm into. But now that we have the AE1 out, and what else just released? Oh my, I'm drawing a blank. Another
the Hardens have been going crazy.
The Hardens, right? Like I want to know, one, they look dope. But two, I want to hear how they perform now too. Like I'm not touching a basketball court. Like now that I'm paying for my own insurance, I'm not touching a basketball court.
Smart.
But yeah. But like they look fire. I want to see how they perform now. So I'm starting to kind of get back into that space. But that kind of leads me to my next question, which is, so people are talking about the AE1 being worn with jeans. Right, I'm seeing a lot of discourse on that. And to be frank with you, you were the first person who I saw do that. I think it was that AE1 event that you went to in Atlanta, and you had them on with jeans.
I didn't have no. That was at the I think it was at Allstar where I had them on.
Oh, was it at Allstar?
Yeah, because I didn't give them out then. Yeah,
gotcha. But yeah, you were the first person I saw who had them on with jeans, and I was like, I'm not gonna lie, like
they look pretty good.
Kinda hit.
Yeah,
dude.
Hit with jeans.
And then of course, like I've seen Junebug. I've seen him rocking with jeans now.
Yeah,
and I'm seeing a whole bunch of people rocking with like there's like that's the wave now. I was like, yo, we're back. But you were the first person. I'm gonna say it right here. Seth Eaton is the first person I've seen freak the AE1s with some jeans on.
Yeah, I appreciate it. But no, it's just because they look like, I don't want to say they look like Yeezys, but they kind of have that like
they do,
that like aesthetic to it, where
style,
the jean lays on it,
language,
the top down view, like it looks really good, and you feel good wearing them, dude. I met the designer of the AE1s, Andrew Parks. That kid is he's brilliant. He's so cool. I talked to him so much over the weekend. Like, he also designed the Hardens, by the way.
See, and both of those shoes I could see being worn with jeans. Like, when 100%. I'm looking at new models that I'm interested in, I mean, AE1 and Harden 8 are like 1 and 2 in new models that I'm interested in this year. And I never
Very
would have thought
comfortable
that it
too.
would. I believe that because they have boosts in them, right?
Yeah, the jet boost, so it's like tighter or like more condensed, so it like springs more. So it's not like Ultra Boost or like the 5 or 350s, but it's still like you feel it. You definitely feel it. I love it. I need to wear them again. It's been a minute.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna pick up a pair. Adidas, I don't have a pair of the AE1 Jet.
Yeah, you gotta stop it.
You know what's great? They haven't even sent me a pair yet. I've bought all my AE1s, and I'm like, but then Charlie over here working with Chance.
He's got the whole. I said, well, how many pairs you got? All of them. I was like, no.
He has every single color because Chance has just been sending him every one, and I'm like, that must be nice. But
they're incredible, man. Like that's the best new sneaker out right now. And I know, I mean, I don't want to brag or anything, but I got the Kyrie's, the new Kyrie's sent to me from Extra Butter, no big deal, flex. But they sent me the new Kyrie's and like they're fire. I could see them maybe being worn casually. But the AE1 it can be done, but
for sure.
I mean, it's not like a hyper dunk or anything like that. Like it's got a little bit more style to it, but definitely the Harden 8 and the AE1, man. Like, and that the original colorway of the AE1, it that can like, be worn.
The peach one,
or no, the purpley one, the purple. The peach one's fire, but the metallic purple, you know what I'm talking about?
The Allstar one?
Allstar?
Yeah, Allstar ones.
The iridescent one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that pair. Yeah, of course he is.
Yeah, those right there.
That green.
I think it's my favorite. I think it's my favorite colorway.
Well, it's purple, but then it turns to like green based on. Yeah, you can't really do it on like now. It looks green.
It's like the invincibility cloaks. That's what it reminds me of.
Dude, I got a tennis racket that has that same effect.
I still haven't worn these yet, but I was talking to Andrew, and he was like, "Dude, it took us so long to get this down to like so it changes colors, that like sort of iridescent effect." And I was like, "Dude, that's just a sick shoe." Oh, it's so cool.
It's so good.
I just love shoes, dude. I love cool shoes.
Nah.
That's all it is.
Nah. I
don't care about
we
the
can
hype.
sit here and we can nerd out about this stuff, man. Like we can nerd out about this stuff for hours, 100%.
I love it. I love it too.
I have a question for yourself because you've talked about you was at 1,500 followers at one time, and now you're currently at 203,000.
Crazy.
Do you like? How can I put this? Like, okay, right now I'm a little over 1,300 followers. I'm not saying it's not possible, but I just can't visually see myself with 203,000 followers. I just don't see how it would happen, what I would do with it. Like, do you ever like look back and you just like, yo, how did I get here? Like, what happened from?
Like, at the time, I thought the videos I was putting out were the best that they could be, and then like looking back at it now, it's like, oh, okay, I see where I could have switched this up a little bit and switched this up a little bit. The way I see it, it's just like working out. Like, you're putting out, and not that your videos are bad. Your videos are great. I love them. I think I at least watch everyone that comes across. Like, I mean, I see them all the time. But it's like, if you can just improve one thing every single video and look back a month from now and be like, ugh, those videos weren't that good. What I'm doing now is better. You just got to keep improving every single time, even when you don't think there's anything you can improve on. Like, it's weird. Just constantly experiment and just build up a bank of content. Because once you have the bank of content, that's when people start seeing you, because it just keeps recommending different videos. If someone watches one video, your other video is going to pop up on their either not For You page, but Explore page, or it's just going to magically appear to them eventually.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Once like the biggest month I've ever had was January, because that's when I gained, I think, 50K or something like that, which was ridiculous. But I put out more videos in the month of January than I ever had. It was like almost every single day I was putting out a great video. And even now, when I refresh my notifications, those videos are still getting like likes or comments on them. So it's literally just about building that bank of content that is going to live on longer than the topic that you're like talking about. Like reviewing a sneaker. If I haven't reviewed these, I just got them in, but like if I review this sneaker, someone's going to want to see a review on it months from now.
Yeah.
It's just how it is.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah, no, I get that. I mean, I think right now I'm on a streak of like uploading videos.
I know.
Uploaded videos 522 days straight.
Really?
So,
dude, that's crazy.
yeah. So
crazy.
it is crazy.
That is
crazy.
crazy.
There's one time I was doing 3 videos a day. So I mean, if I would have kept doing the 3 videos a day, I'd probably be
That's hard.
well into like
Yeah.
1,500. Oh, it was definitely hard. And I was like, bro, I couldn't do it. So I started doing one a day. And the reason why I stayed so consistent with that was because I noticed that when you get a viral video, you got to stay on that wave. You got to keep posting because it's like people are coming back. They're coming back visiting that viral video, but they're also checking to see what you posted the next day or if there's an update on whatever you posted on the viral video. So when I had my very, very first viral video, I did not post the next day or the next day.
Yeah.
And I know I missed a lot of opportunities within those 2 days because I should have posted because those next 2 videos probably would have went up as well.
Yeah.
But
because you have to think like when you get a viral video, you're going to get an influx of followers. And when you follow somebody, doesn't matter who it is, the next day or next 2 days, the next piece of content they post is going to be probably the top of your feed, regardless. So if you can capitalize on that,
you're right.
like that's the way to do it. But it has to be a good video, you know?
yeah, no,
I
overall it's
posted
got to be.
that tennis video.
Yeah.
It's got, last time I checked, 60,000 views.
Let's go.
And yeah, bro, that tennis video got 60,000
Is that crazy?
views.
Bro, like I just liked it and I liked him like, yeah, whatever. He's posting tennis.
Yeah.
I was gonna comment under like, bro, I can't wait till we could
And like here's the thing though, man, is that like I do those types of that stuff all the time, right? Like I do flashy shots because I don't like I'm not a good tennis player. Like I'm a much better coach than I am player. And
thanks for telling me.
I'll still beat the brakes off of you.
Go ahead, finish your story.
But anyway, and I've got so many more followers from that. And they're all tennis players. Like, bro, who is this
now
dude?
you got to post tennis content.
I was about to
So
say, why
that's
don't you
the
just
thing,
post
man, is
tennis tips? Just do
I
like
just
tennis
did another
tips.
and somebody DM'd me and they were like, yo, I love how you combine the fashion with tennis. Because tennis is like it's getting pretty popular as far as like in the cultural space.
Yeah.
And
Morgan's finally finna blow up. Wow.
it's time.
Your
it's
life
time.
just can't get any better, huh? Free shoes. Wow.
It's,
All the way up.
guys, it's exhausting being me. It is exhausting being me. But like, you know, I see the momentum from the tennis video, so I'm like, yo, like, let me go ahead and follow it up with a sneaker video and really put them on. 1,000 views, 1,000 views.
No,
But this is on
never do
Instagram,
that.
So this is on Instagram, and so
Yeah.
I'm starting to kind of dabble with Instagram a little more.
Yeah.
Because like what
Posting that
Seth was
tennis
saying,
content.
well, like what Seth was saying, like people will continue to watch that content. Like I'm still getting, I mean, this was like 2 weeks ago, and I'm still getting a ton of likes and I'm still getting a ton of views. With TikTok, what I've noticed is that one, I haven't gotten a viral video in probably over a year.
Yeah,
And they seem to like I mean, I don't want to be the dude who's like, yo, they're suppressing my content, but it's like they've
That's
got to
the first
make,
my person.
you know, who knows, right? Who knows?
I
But
feel that.
even if I do make a viral video, it stays viral for a week. You know what I mean? And Seth is talking about he's still getting comments and likes on a viral video he made back in January. So I think like I'm starting to kind of shift, not really shift, but add my content to Instagram, you know, as well as TikTok, because I just passed 2,000 followers on Instagram, and it was usually
Nice.
it had just been people I knew, but now I'm starting to find like people are liking to kind of, you know, see the tennis stuff, see maybe sneakers, maybe. I mean, that's why I've started putting our podcast stuff on my Instagram too, so
Yeah, that makes
put
sense.
people on.
I feel like
Yeah.
the lifetime or lifespan of a video on Instagram is much longer than TikTok. Because TikTok, you know, you'll post it 1-2 days, fizzles out. But Instagram,
Yeah.
like, I'm still getting views from a video 3-4 days ago, and the numbers are still
Yeah.
slowly climbing.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
it's weird. And also, like,
Yeah.
I suggest everybody put way more focus on Instagram than TikTok, because Instagram is where, not that these people aren't on TikTok too, but the people who
Yeah.
work for the brands, the marketing
Yeah, I
people,
think that's
the
what you
PR
told me,
people.
man.
Yeah, dude, like they're on Instagram and they're
Yeah.
looking at everything. Like,
Matter of fact, you gave me that good tip during the during Allstar. That's gonna be a crazy quote right there.
Yeah.
But you gave me a some advice during Allstar, and I haven't done it yet, but like it's definitely something that I'm like looking to do. It's where you said go to.
LinkedIn.
I don't even know if I want to put it. Yeah, I don't even know if I want to put it out there, man. Yeah,
do
but
it.
go to so
People
go
aren't gonna do it.
LinkedIn.
You know, if they really
No,
want to
Flex, I already
succeed, they'll
told
do
you,
it.
man.
If they
Flex,
don't,
I already
it's
told
fine.
you. Go to LinkedIn and like
Oh yeah.
follow the people who are the PR people,
Yeah.
and
It-
follow them on Instagram, and then you know.
I think TikTok
way you
made
do
it
it.
seem a lot easier to people to become influenced, become a content creator. So a lot of the things like you tell them to do, they're not really going to do. They're not finna go to LinkedIn and search it. They're not fin to, you know, go get something new, add something new to their video, because they feel like this person had a viral video just using their phone or just
Yeah.
using the green screen. So why do I have to go and do all this extra stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of just like sneakers, you know, it's trending at the moment. So
Yeah.
are they willing to do what it takes? Are they really into it, or are they just into it for the moment? And
Yeah.
then once it dies down, oh, I'm on
to the
to
next thing.
something else. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've noticed that like there's a lot of skill building that has gone on in all of our content creation, right? Like
Yeah.
the things that we're doing take skills. The editing, like even editing the podcast clips, man. It's like
Yeah.
that took trial and error and time. Flex, like figuring out how to not only run a podcast, but you know, do it while managing my schedule and guest schedules. Like that's
hard.
That's skill.
It
Man,
gets tough.
Flex,
It's a lot, man.
especially if your co-host doesn't respond to text messages in a
It
timely.
gets tough.
Bro, I'm not gonna
That's
lie.
how I am
You
too,
got a
man.
good strategy. He got me, man. He got me good this week because he sent me this TikTok and was like, "Yo, this is crazy." And then I was like, "Yo, that is crazy." He goes, "Now that I got your
Your
attention."
attention. This is what we got on this week. I'm like, bro, when you hit him up, you got to give him everything all at once. Like, hey, this is what's going on. This is what's happening. All right, that's it. All right, you're good, because you won't hear from him for like another 2 days.
I'm the
But I
exact
appreciate
same
that,
way.
man. That's like that's skill building right there, man.
Yeah, nah, no, it definitely. I mean, just last week I learned something new as far as editing. So like, it's only gonna get better. I mean, I look at episode 1 and we're on like episode 14, 15, and I'm like, okay, that looks a whole lot better. The placement here, the audio there, the sound here, this, it's all about growth, man. And I love watching it. Like we was talking about it on our last episode about social media not really being being there for the pleasure of it, just loving creating something and then looking back at what you created. It's a good feeling. Even when you feel like it's not enough, it's kind of like, you know what? That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I agree. And what y'all were saying on the last episode too, it was like, I'm not even on social media anymore, man. Like, I'm on it to like look what other creators are doing and posting or like replying to comments. Like, my girl will lay there scrolling TikTok and I'm on my phone too, but I'm not consuming anything. I'm just replying to DMs, replying to comments, liking stories, like doing whatever. I'm like, I want to consume content. That would be fun. I bet that would be fun.
Speaking of which, you just got back from Ireland, right?
Yeah.
How was that?
Dude, it was beautiful. Very stressful though, because they drive on the other side of the road and the roads are very small. So, because we stayed in Galway, and then we went from there to like the Cliffs of Moher, which is where they filmed some movie. I can't even remember, but beautiful, just these beautiful green hills that just drop off straight into the ocean. Yeah. And the whole way, it's like an hour and a half drive on the smallest road you've ever been on in your life, 2-lane road. And every time a car passes, you just have to slam on your brakes, hope you don't hit the brick wall to your left, right, whichever side you're on. Yeah. You're either going to hit the wall or you're going to get your mirror blasted by a car. So the whole time, just white knuckle going, please don't wreck the rental car. Like, oh, it's so stressful, but so beautiful. We're planning on going back soon, but highly recommend if you haven't been.
Man, I loved looking at the pictures, especially because my fiance, she got her master's degree at the University of Limerick. Okay. And
that's sick.
Yeah. And now she's getting her PhD she's doing her dissertation on Irish literature, and she wants to go back. Yeah,
you got it.
And she wants to take me. Yeah, I know. And I was born in England, so
really, okay.
I was. You didn't know, Flex? You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know.
Flex was like, I thought you were one of us, man. What the hell?
I know. Wow. You're getting less and less on my side, if you know what I mean.
Look, I was born in England, man. I was born on an Air Force base in England.
Okay, that makes sense. It explains the trainer obsession, It's like...
it could. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. So like, even last episode when Flex was like, "Bro, we all been through the struggle, and we all been eating oodles and noodles," and I'm sitting here like, I teach tennis. Said oodles and noodles.
What is that?
That sounds good. A cruciferous vegetable salad.
I have no clue what that is. That's crazy.
You kill me.
Cruciferous vegetables are high in fiber. Like broccoli.
There you go.
Duh.
Yeah.
Come on, Flex. Come on, dude.
He's like, I've been through the struggle. Like, yeah.
Like, okay.
You ever had to stand at a line in Trader Joe's?
Oh, right.
It's hard out there. It's hard.
Did you ever have to pay for your own bags? That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's hard.
I like it. Yeah.
So Seth, what is your before the content creation, what was your connection to sneakers?
It's a good question. My first, like growing up, like I said, like loved skating on like Lakai, Fallen, Etnies, Adidas, all that stuff. So that's what kind of like got me into shoes and like really paying attention to the materials, because suede, performs better when you're skating. I don't want to skate in a leather shoe. The toe box shape matters and like all that stuff. So that's how I kind of got into the technical side. But like I grew up in a really small town in like North Georgia where no one cared about shoes, anything, skateboarding, whatever. So I was kind of like the outlier kid where that was my thing. But when I went to college, also we weren't anywhere near a mall. So all of my exposure to sneakers was through like skateboard magazines or like,
Yeah.
not Reddit. Maybe Reddit was around. I know being like the sneaker subreddit, I was on that a lot. That's where I got into like Asics and New Balance. But like my first retail job was like sophomore year of college at Finish Line. So that's where I kind of got exposed more to like the Jordan side of things, the basketball sneakers, the KDs, all that kind of stuff. Like I remember when Aunt Pearl's released and my coworker got them and she came in with them and I was like, oh my God, this shoe is beautiful. Like just the detail, all the floral designs. I was freaking out. Like, so that's kind of where I got into it. And then more recently, like I used to work at Champs, or I started at Foot Action, then transferred to Champs, and I was a manager at Champs for a year or two. And then I kind of left and went into more of a professional side of, you know, marketing and sales. So I've just always kind of been around it and loved it, but could never afford the shoes I liked. So now I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, I can start buying the shoes I like. Like, this is cool. I don't have to get them on a clearance rack. Like, this is sick.
Yeah.
The options are there. But yeah, kind of how I did it, I guess.
Yeah. So when I worked at Foot Locker, not for Allstar, but you know, for real. I know that at that time I was still kind of into sneakers, but I was definitely more into Asics, Saucony, New Balance. I mean, I remember I wore the second iteration of the Kennedy 999 to a work meeting, and my managers were like, yo, like, what are you wearing? Like, those are crazy. Like, I can't believe you're even wearing those. And because they knew, they were like, yo, like, I can't believe you're wearing those. But I feel like just being in that, you know, because I did it in college as well. So we're a little bit older than our coworkers, right? And just wanting to do a good job, at least for me, made me learn more about the sneakers than I would usually be interested in. Even like PGs, like the new PGs were coming out. Like PG4 had just come out when I was working there. The Giannis's, stuff like that. So sneakers I would usually not even be interested in. But I'm learning more about them, and that kind of solidified my love for sneakers. Did you feel like you had the same experience?
I've never heard anybody say it the way you said it, but 100% I resonate with that so hard. Cause like, I didn't really care about basketball shoes, and like, we would get like the Freaks, all the other different things. And I'd be like, this is a really cool shoe. Like you see, cause you're there all day and you're around the same shoes. I don't know about you, but I would just walk in circles when it was slow. I'd pick up a shoe and I'd look at it and I'd be like, this is kind of cool. Maybe I'll try this on. And you just start trying on random shoes, and you're like, you start to appreciate things that you didn't think you would really appreciate, and find silhouettes that you're really into where you typically wouldn't be. So it's like, it's cool. I wish everyone that was into sneakers could experience working at a sneaker store. Like just for a little bit, dude. Cause it really,
because
I don't know.
Everything becomes like now as when people who haven't worked in that retail space, when they look at a sneaker, it's like, oh, these are either cool or they're not. But as somebody, like, when you work in that retail store, it's like, okay, this may not be my cup of tea, but I still got to sell it to this person, right?
Yeah.
So you have to know the product better, and you have to there has to be a real, genuine appreciation to be able to sell that sneaker. So it's like maybe a pair that came out, the Russell Westbrook 10s, like one was like blue, one was red. That was not a shoe that I was interested in, but people loved that shoe, and I had to sell that shoe. I'm like, especially back then it was commission based, so I'm like, okay, there's that motivation to learn more about the shoe and, you know, sell it to people. So it's like, you know, like you said, when times are slow, I'm looking at it like, you know what, like, you look at something enough, you'll find something that is redeemable. Even like the Don C joints, the Don C 312 or whatever. Like when I first saw the pictures of that, I'm like, bro, this is terrible. But people like that shoe. People wanted it. So I'm looking at it like, oh, you know what? I can sell these. I can make them like, I can find an appreciation for them. So
True.
When people talk about like, this shoe is trash, this shoe is like awful, like I'll say it too. But I feel like there's a redeemable quality. Somebody wants that shoe, right? And somebody's gonna be hype about that shoe. And just getting that reaction. Yeah, right. I mean, and as you know, like you sell somebody a sneaker that they like, man, and they're excited about it. Like you can't help but get excited with them.
100%. One more question on that same, Morgan. What is that one sneaker that you were really trying to push onto people that they just weren't messing with?
Man.
That you knew was like a great shoe, and you were like, man, I know if you gave this shoe a try, you would love it.
Man,
I have
I'm
one
be
that I'm
honest. I
thinking
got
of.
two answers.
Yeah.
So I got two answers. Okay. So one was the AirTech Challenge came back out in 2019.
Okay.
So being a tennis guy, I'm like, actually, I got three answers. It was those. Then I remember the Greek Freaks. Because I kept seeing Malcolm Brogdon wearing them, so I was super hype about them. So kids would be coming into, when kids needed basketball shoes, for AAU was starting or school basketball starting, you would always get that influx of kids coming in looking for shoes. And
100%.
And I'm trying to sell them the Greek Freaks because I'm like, this is a crazy design with the Nike swoosh down at the sole, and it's backwards, right? Plus, on top of that, like it's got great colorways, and Malcolm Brogdon's wearing it. And when Malcolm Brogdon played for the Pacers, and then the other one was the Cheryl Swoops when those came back out.
Yeah.
I was like, y'all don't even know what these are, and just being like, yo, like you need like you guys are gonna stand out, and then especially when the girl hoopers would come through, man, I would be like, they would want like PGs and stuff, but I'm like, yo, get you a pair of Cheryl Swoops, and they'd be like, nah, brother, we not doing that.
Not today.
I know, and maybe that wasn't the best suggestion, but I thought it would be cool. So yeah, those are my three. What was yours?
For me, it was right when they started retroing like the Ultra Boost 1.0.
Yeah.
And we started getting them in, and I was pushing them so hard because people would be coming in asking for like daily sneakers, like, oh, I'm just going to get like an Air Force One or like an Air Max like 1 or something like that. And I was like, that's a good shoe, but have you tried the Ultra Boost? And every single time they would try it on, they'd be like, these are incredible. But I don't like Adidas, so I'm just going to get the Air Max. And I was like,
that is such so. And you were in Atlanta at the time, right?
oh, dude, no one in Atlanta messes with anything other than
That's
Nike.
so
And
funny.
every time I'm like, you're telling, like, how comfortable this is, bro. Just
I would hear that
Come
too,
on,
man. I would hear that too. Like, I don't rock with Adidas, but I didn't hear it that much. Like, I heard it enough for it to be like, oh yeah, okay. But I didn't hear it that much.
I think that's why I'm so anti Nike and Jordan more than I am. More than I was then. Because, like, that's all anybody would ever buy. And I'm just like, come on. There's other stuff out there. Come on.
So,
I don't know.
When I was there, 2019, bro, there was like an Air Force One shortage, man. And I'm telling you, people were coming in. Yeah. And I remember being in there and people would come in for like a new pair of like white Forces. And I'd be like, yo, we don't have any. And man, like I felt bad because I'm like,
they'd be furious.
Like, these are unprecedented times. The great AF1 shortage of 2019, man. And then COVID happened after that. Crazy times. But yeah, just telling people like, yo, we don't have that shoe, and them being like, yo, that's crazy. And then they raised the prices on them. Like,
people were pissed, dude. Try telling people in Atlanta that we're out of all whites, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yell
I
that.
can only imagine.
You're lying, bro.
I can only
Go in the
imagine.
back and get me an 11. And I'm like,
Bro.
And like, bro, they have no clue how the back room works. It's like the Air Force Ones are always like right next to the door, right?
just
like,
make them,
were
bro.
they like?
What? They were.
Yeah,
They were
right.
right when you walk in. That's so
And it's
funny.
like, bro, the reason I know that we don't have your size is because we don't have any sizes, and we're all talking about it. So, yeah, man.
Triggering
Good
thoughts.
times. Good times.
That-
I didn't
that was-
run one pair of shoes during Allstar. Not
I
one
That was
pair.
crazy.
I wouldn't either.
Bro,
Nah.
I'm not gonna front, man. Since it's after the fact that I've been paid, I was supposed to clean up after that Sunday. I dipped.
I would have
You
done,
gonna be putting
Carter
up chairs and stuff.
I
I
would've done
hope
the
Carter don't hear
same
this,
thing,
man.
man.
If Carter with the K hears this, I'm sorry. But he got to go to the game. He was like, "Oh yeah, they told me I'm going to the game." I said, "All right, bet. I'm not cleaning up. I don't work here."
Oh, so
I-
you didn't get to go to.
That's
did.
crazy.
I left.
Oh, you imagine went to the game, but you didn't. That's funny, bro.
I put my
That's
bag on.
funny.
And he even
That's
asked me, he's like, "Yo,
funny.
you here till 11 or you here till 7?" I was like, "I'm here till 7." See ya. I'm not cleaning
That's
up.
crazy.
See, y'all be blessed.
That's crazy. Nah, I feel
love
like
it.
that whole Air Force One shortage was the stupidest thing
It was, man.
ever. Like, but I can remember because that's when, like you said, COVID was happening. So everybody started customizing shoes, and the base customized shoe was the Air Force Ones. So you would see people buying inventory, like loads of.
Dude, when we
Air Force One.
got a box in, I had probably
It was gone.
4 resellers that would come in every like 3 days. They'd be like, "Did you get a box? Did you get a box?" Every now and then it'd be like, "Here you go. We're gonna make day. Here you go." Like,
Yeah.
it's just they'd buy every size, and I was just like, "This is crazy."
Forces going
Man,
for $200.
because they were reselling, man.
They were.
Yeah,
They were reselling like crazy.
$250. That's for a pair of Air Forces. I'm like,
Nuts.
what are you
never.
doing right now? Yeah, no,
I wouldn't even pay retail. I wouldn't even pay because I don't know how you feel
nah.
about the white forces, Seth.
Never.
I
owned a
don't
pair.
wear them. Okay, I don't
I've
rock with
owned
them.
multiple pairs, but
It's
Separate
not
in the
my
future.
style. Like, I can't pull it off. I don't know. I'm more of a like Samba guy, like the thinner
Yeah.
midsole. When it gets that chunky,
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. Weird.
Yeah, they look like Roblox sneakers. But Flex, I was gonna
Yeah.
ask you where were you at? Where were you at in your life with when the great Air Force One shortage of 2019 was going on? Like, were you wearing forces at that time? You know what I'm trying to ask you.
ew, no, bro. No, I started wearing Forces in like 2015. So yeah, I was definitely not in the and unfortunately, the company that I work for is never closed. Literally, never closed. So I worked through the whole pandemic like it was nothing. So it was crazy to see because like there would be nobody out on the road. It was just like my drive to work was shortened by like 20 minutes because
Yeah.
nobody was out. Nobody was doing anything. Nobody was spending anything. So it was. And the thing about it is like other people in my household, they would catch anxiety because they were like never out. But I was always out because I was still working. So I was still around people.
Yep.
And so like they would go out and they're like,
Dude, that's
looking around
That's
like,
how my roommates were at the
that's a
time.
person.
Yeah, they were like,
Yeah, that's a person.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, all right.
I was
it's a
doing
person.
Uber Eats, man. I was driving for Uber Eats, so I always saw people. I was always out and about, man. Like, that was a good time.
I know
Really,
you
when
were
I was-
making cake. I know you.
Man, I got
Uber
grails
Eats
that
was woo.
I got grails that spring and summer, bro. I was buying grails. But yeah, Flex,
That's
I
crazy.
was asking because I didn't know what period of your life you were in during
Oh no,
in
2019. No. 2019, I was well past. My dreads are cut. I'm sober. I was I was good.
That was a question. That was a real question.
No, D1 Flex was not in effect. But I probably would have been making a killing though, because everybody was at home. Bored.
ain't
But, yeah.
that the truth? Ain't that the truth, man?
So,
That's crazy.
Seth, I got one more question. One more question, and then we can get to the showcase.
Okay.
If a sneaker brand contacted you and was like, shave your mustache for whatever, right?
Okay.
Who would you shave your mustache for? And what would the deal have to be?
Oh, that's such a good question.
So you got the most iconic mustache on TikTok.
Thank you. Damn, I don't know. It'd have to be like
in real life too. In real life,
it's nice, right?
Legit.
You
man, I was thinking, I've seen it.
What is happening right now?
I was thinking about reaching onto your upper lip and trying to pull it off, but I was like,
that makes sense,
bro. What is happening right now?
You never
I'm just
know.
asking.
You never know, dude. It'd have to be
You
like.
never said I couldn't ask this question.
That's true. It'd have to be like New Balance or Adidas, and them just give me access to anything. Just
Yeah,
that'd be fine. Probably New Balance.
that's
'cause
an expensive mustache.
I already kind of have that with Adidas right now. It's kind of crazy. It's next level. They're sending me some of those
That's
the
crazy.
Jown Sambas.
I'm sick.
Literally, I text the dude. I was like, "Can I get these?" And he said, "Let me check." And then I get a text like 3 days later, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we got a pair on the way." That's how it was with these, because I wanted to review the Fear of Gods, and they were just like, "We'll send them." They're not like, I mean, they're sitting on shelves, so I'm not like crazy, but
I mean,
it's a cool shoe,
but
dude.
it's
a cool shoe.
Hey, make sure your Adidas guy sees this podcast.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Make sure he sees the podcast.
There's a slew of them, dude, and they watch everything I do now. They're
Really?
like they're
Yes.
amazing. Such good people.
Yeah.
I think that's like the craziest thing ever, because I know someone else that's like in talks with like brands, and he was telling me, don't ever think Nike or Adidas is not watching. They're watching you. Every time you mention their name, they're watching you. Like
The senior,
I'm thinking of back.
the senior design manager or whatever the hell at Jordan brand follows me on Instagram, and I didn't even know. And I was like, you're probably not my biggest fan, because there's been a few shoes that I'm like, oh, these are
I
bad.
don't really like these.
Yeah, it's like you never know. But one thing I started doing when I started actually gaining a following, because I didn't realize this, but once you get to a certain point in following, like it categorizes all of your followers. So it'll say like priority at the top.
Oh yeah.
So it'll be like, oh, this person follows you. You should probably know who they are. So one thing that I started doing was like, when I started getting a following, that's when I started going into LinkedIn, checking in to see who I should follow. Because the second you follow them, you pop up as a priority. They click on your profile. They're like, who is this? And then they're like, oh, he's nice. He reviews sneakers.
Oh, that's smart.
I'm going to keep him in mind. Either follow him or, see him every now and then. Like,
as soon as we get off here, man, I'm going to go to LinkedIn.
do it.
I'm going to LinkedIn.
Like, I need to do it more.
I got to tag.
Like, there's still a few brands, like, I need to do that with Asics and like a few other like stuff like that, but it's helpful. It's helpful because they're all people, dude. They all consume social media. Like,
I've got somebody. Oh, it was the guy from Sneaker Politics who does the photography, Saucepan and Dan.
Sick.
Yeah, he DM'd me and I was like, yo, I work for Sneaker Politics. Like, this was on TikTok. He said, we had Saucony in here, and you know, we put them onto your stuff and they really like it, so you might be getting a follow. And so then I got a follow from one person, and then out of nowhere, like, Jason followed me. I forgot, somebody else put me on from Jason. I think it was Buy Better Every Day, maybe. No, it wasn't. It was Haas.
That makes sense.
No, Buy Better Every Day put me on to, or put Unboxed app onto me. But yeah, man,
do they pay y'all to promote Unboxed?
Not yet. We are we're getting there.
Okay.
We
I
are
was just
getting
curious
there.
because I see people like, talking about it or promoting it all the time. And I'm like,
Yeah.
am I missing
It's,
out on something? This is interesting.
Nah, not yet. And it's a cool little we
Fascinating.
meet
like it's cool, dude.
Yeah.
The concept
It's really
is
cool.
sick.
And I asked him, so Buy Better Every Day, he put me on with him, and then he DM'd me and was like, yo, try it, tell me what you think. And I was like, yo, this is actually fire. Like, this is an incredible, because he showed him my spreadsheet that I had. And I was like, I kept using it, and I was like, this is such a great idea. And so then I DM'd him and was like, yo, like, I'm trying to be an ambassador. And they accepted me, and we're about to start running some advertisements because it's coming to Android. So we're running some advertisements, and they're trying to see which like thing that people are most interested in.
Yeah.
So I made a video about like man, we got cool stuff coming, man. We got cool stuff. I'll tell y'all offline, but
That's tight. I'm excited to see
so
it.
I've got a video. Yeah, for sure. So I've got a video that's going to be pushed, and then Jay Will. Do you know Jay Will Walk It Talk It?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a video that he did that they're going to push. So it's pretty dope.
Isn't that Jay Will?
He does.
Yeah,
he's from Atlanta.
Yeah, dude.
He's in
I've
Atlanta.
met him so many times. He's the nicest dude ever.
Yeah, he's
Love
always
that
at
guy.
the
He's
events.
incredibly nice, man.
I'm bad with usernames, so I was like, I'm pretty sure this is the same guy. So if you're listening to this, I know you.
He does. He
We've
listens.
hung
He
out a
definitely-
lot.
Yeah, he listens.
like,
Chill. His
I know you.
content is so it's so recognizable too.
oh
His
yeah.
content,
Yeah.
he's got a very clear language in how he's creating content. So
For sure.
you just oh yeah, it's that guy who's doing the sneaker battle, which which one's better?
No.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, what sound is that?
You know what I'm talking about? And then he always cuts it off. I think he does it on purpose, where he cuts it off at the end, and we don't know exactly.
Right? Yeah, right. It'd be like, and it just goes away.
Yeah, I think he does that.
I know
I gotta
exactly.
ask him. I'm gonna ask him after this.
I'm pretty sure some people like, which one of you two? Or like, well, it was one crazy one he did. It was like, yo, you're insane.
bugging.
I forgot which one.
You're insane.
Like you could clearly see which one he chose that time. It was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll
I'm
fall.
like, you don't
and
do that
then be
any other time.
He'll toss it up, man. But nah, he's amazing. Killing it.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
killing it.
dang, this is another one that we look.
Long.
Seth, we try to do 45 minutes.
Hour,
Man.
yeah.
We try to do
45 minutes to an hour.
Let's double it. Let's do 2. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
But I'm down if you're down.
No, I had to
I'm just
double it.
But I'm down if you're
let's
down.
go ahead. We're gonna get into our showcase, where everybody brings a pair of sneakers to show off from their collection. Flex, you going first?
Now you go first.
Flex, you going first? I can't hear you.
No, you can go first.
All right. So,
what I got today is
I'm
the Air Kai.
bro brought reps to the showcase.
Not bro. I got
Bro
the Air
brought reps to the
Kai.
showcase. That's crazy.
That's wild.
I got the Air Kai Starry Night, which is insane. The details.
They're sick. I've always wanted
the
a pair of those. I just thought they were so
the
cool.
detail.
What's that model called?
It's just the Air Kai 1.
Oh,
Well,
I thought it was Jordan 1.
This is actually different because the sole is different. This is the one everybody goes like, they're not good. They fold.
They're pretty good
then
quality,
he came up
right?
with a new.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think the best part is the box. So you got like this see-through front, so you can see like the shoe.
That's cool.
Like a
Looks like
frame.
it's kind of like a frame. Yep. And then you got the actual portrait of Vincent Van Gogh on the back. So
That's the
and then you
homie.
just throughout the whole thing. Yeah, throughout the whole sneaker. I mean,
Do you know where Van Gogh's from?
so just overall, I feel like he's just a very creative person. People always talk about originality and all this other crazy stuff, and I just feel like dude doesn't get the flowers that he deserves.
That's interesting because he he really didn't make much money off of his work until after he died. So I think that's a very, very thoughtful point that you just made there about Van Gogh's work.
Oh, okay. If that's what you want to take it as,
I'm trying to help you out, man.
no, you're not helping me out because I'm avoiding the question for a reason.
Too bad.
What
What high school did Van Gogh?
Yo.
which ear did he cut off?
His left.
Oh, why did he cut it off?
He mailed it to a lover
Why?
because he loved him. I don't know.
He was
I
trying
think
to
she was
flex.
with another man.
No, it was a dude. I think it was a dude.
Oh, really?
Yep, I think it was a dude. We'll look it up.
So you learned something new because I did not know that part.
Yep.
So.
Maybe he mailed it to a woman, but I think that. No, listen. I think he
Well, maybe it was a woman.
Bro, I mean that's pretty drastic. Like you can't go from like, I mean, you change the whole element of the story just by saying.
Just wait. I got you. Don't even worry about it.
All right. So what's your showcase shoe?
So mine is. It's a New Balance. New Balance and sneakers and stuff. 577. The kids never grow up or something like that. This was a sneaker that I saw a lot back in like, I think these dropped in like 2016, 2017. And I was seeing people review them and I could just never find them or never like, I don't know why this sneaker was so hard to cop. But I finally got my hands on a used pair last summer, and really, really happy to have them. It's a brown or a tan suede upper with hits of navy, some reflective material right here. And then I put the pink laces in there, so it's got some hits of pink too. But it is a 577, one of my favorite made in the UK models of New Balances. So
Those are cool. What's the back look like? Let's see that heel.
I like the navy and then the pink.
I dig it.
I think navy and pink. I mean, like we talked about earlier with the salmon toes, is a great color combination.
Is that the model?
Is the inside like the insole pink?
The insole.
Okay.
Did they do the year of the rat on that model?
They did.
My brother has those, dude. He found them.
Yeah.
He was hunting for those for a long time, and he finally found a pair used, and dude, they look so good. And now I'm like, well, I want them.
It's like kind of grand pink too, right?
Yeah. Oh, it was so cool. My brother's really big into like New Balance and Asics. Like that's his.
Yeah.
He's like you. He goes hunting for like the ones that he really wants.
You need to put me on, man. You need to link me with your brother, man. Cause because I mean 577, like some of the best 577s are like the Yard Pack, like the Yard Pack 577, which is not even the Year of the Rat isn't even a collab. Yard Pack isn't even a collab. Then they've got like the Milk Crate Athletics pair. Like 577 is a really, really slept on model, but it's like the New Balance fans' New Balance.
True. I need to get a pair.
So
that's one of the models that I'm like, oh, there's just too many. Yeah. There's too many good models that I'm like,
they're not super comfy, they're comfy, but they're not super, super comfy. Yeah. Like over the top comfy. But yeah, it's a really good shoe.
I like it. Yeah. I like it.
All right, Seth, what you got, man?
So this is one of the 3 sneakers that got me into sneakers. So like this type of sneakers that we're talking about. So the first one, salmon toes. Second one, it was the Kith Strike 998. It was all black and it had this little red on the toe, and I just loved it. But then it was these. It was the C Notes.
That's the C Notes.
Is that the last release, or is that
it's the newest release? I was unable to get the original release. That was like a grail for so many years. So I had to double up. I have this pair. another pair up there. My girlfriend has a pair, so we are like stacked. But this is the shoe that I just always wanted, always needed it. It's this all like cream upper. It's inspired by $100 bill, given the name, with like little hits of blue, chrome, copper. It's beautiful to me.
It is a gorgeous shoe. I can tell you, man, I'm happy that it seemed like everybody who wanted that shoe when it came out got it. And like, that made it even better, right?
Dude, they sat for a while. And I was like,
and I'm like, it's the 10-year anniversary of that sneaker. They re-released it. And like, so Concepts, right? Like, they re-released the Boston Tea Party joints, right? But they didn't do the Gel Light 3, they did the Gel Light 5. With this, I feel like they did it right. They put it on the same model. It's just perfect. I love Concepts. I love Concepts so much in the work that they do.
Same, dude.
I mean, all the things that I feel like I know more about Boston and its history from like Concepts collabs than like anything that I've learned in school.
Facts. But no.
Like, did you get that pair? Did you ever get the 998?
I love the 998.
I'm not a fan of that silhouette.
Oh, okay.
The first made in USA pair I ever got were these 998 Currys. Got them at Marshall's for $60.
Yes.
And
sounds about right.
Dude, that was the time. And then COVID hit, and now none of them are there anymore.
Yeah.
I used to go to New Balance in Atlanta, or Marshall's in Atlanta. Every random made in USA New Balance was always on shelf. And I was like, this is the time to be alive. Oh,
do you see how much those are going for now on GOAT and StockX?
It was like $2,000. And I was like,
it's insane. It's insane.
No sense.
Everybody loves New Balances now. Everybody, especially the made in the USA pairs.
It's crazy.
So yeah, 998 is. I mean, to Flex's point, is it my favorite model? No, but it's up there. Like, I feel like it's
like my number 3. 4, maybe. I don't know.
So I see. Look, now I got to go through them. So I mean, I'm going like 990 V2.
That's probably my number 2. I think.
What else?
I like the 991.
I don't want to put. I like the 991 a lot too.
I love the way they fit my foot. It's just I don't know. What about you, Flex?
Not.
You don't hear my favorite models.
He was at 9060.
No, what's the smaller ones? Like I believe it's
574?
The 590.
Like the
no. I know what the 574 is. That was kind of like the more mainstream New Balance favorite one. That was pretty much the generic one. It's the 590. It's kind of like the short. It's like a shorter build.
Interesting.
They just did the beef and broccoli pair. It's got to be the 580 or 580 is one.
Yeah, 580. Yeah,
580s are pretty nice.
I like the 580.
9060s
are. I like the 9060. I like the 9060. I like that.
I like you like it.
They're not bad.
Whatever. Whatever.
They're not my favorite.
Whatever.
But I'm like,
why not? Why not?
It is what it is. It is what it is, dude.
And then I like the 650s too. I like 650s.
Oh, the high top joints.
Mm-hmm. I didn't feel that.
I still have my ALD pair, and I still haven't worn them. I pre-ordered the ALD pair.
What, 2 years? 2 years earlier?
Yeah, I did. I mean,
not to wear them.
I pre-ordered them, man. I remember the world ended, right? And then ALD shot me an email. It was like, "Yo, It's like, I know you're cooped up in your house right now, and I know,
dude,
your loved ones are dying, but you can pre-order this.
When the world reopens,
we're gonna send these to you.
You're gonna need these.
So, this is, we usually end the podcast with me saying something out of pocket. So I'm gonna try to be normal this time. But I wonder how many people died waiting on their pair of 650s. Had to have been more than one.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, bro. I'm just saying that somebody definitely ordered a pair, and then it came in and was like, "Yo, who are these for?" Oh no.
Sure did love his sneakers.
Boy, did he.
That's crazy.
Speaking of Diddy.
That's
Oh, well,
crazy.
thank you everybody for listening. This is
And
Wow,
that will be
that was, yep. All right, Seth. Thanks, Seth.